Got a can for you. There we go. Oh, jeez. Secret missile. Yeah, alright. Hey guys, it's Adam aka Swimming Bird, and welcome to Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. I've got a lot of irons in the fire right now, a bunch of different series, Minecraft, Zelda that I'm working on, and I figured in the meantime, it might be nice to have a video or two playing some Smash, since those are pretty easy to make by comparison. Don't have to do much prep, just jump in there and punch a monkey with a duck. But wouldn't you know it, I was getting ready to sit down for For Glory, and I saw the news that we're getting the 1.1.6 patch very soon. Probably when this video is already up, we'll have it, and then people are going to inevitably find all the changes. So we're getting a patch, not only just a patch, you know, to fix some issues, but it's going to be a balance patch that's already been confirmed. So the only thing I know for sure that they're probably going to do is nerf Bayonetta. A little bit, hopefully, not a lot. You know, I want all the characters in the game to have viability, and they never really nerf stuff too much. You know, that's debatable, I guess, but a lot of Sheik mains would debate that. But they tend to, you know, nerf characters enough to where they're more balanced and not completely destroy them. But, you know, maybe this will be a good time to get a few buffs for some characters that I've been hoping, like the Fat Penguin Monarch, or the little boxing guy, or maybe even these little friendly animal buddies. So who knows, we might get some good buffs. I think Duck Hunt and DDD are two characters that haven't really been buffed too much, and they've like fixed a few things. Like I think Duck Hunt last patch got knockback growth on some of the smashes, and DDD has had very minimal fixes. I'm pretty sure though Mario and Jigglypuff, of course, have not had almost any. They've had the least amounts, or at least the biggest gap in patches and buffs and stuff, and a lot of people are saying buff the puff. So I'm not a Jigglypuff player really, but I wouldn't mind seeing, you know, characters like that. There we go. I'll grab his banana while I'm at it. Characters like Jigglypuff that really need edge. Getting a little bit of a buff would be nice. So I'm just gonna try to. This player. I'm warming up here, so excuse me. You know, not excuse me, princess. Please excuse the you know, lack of skills here. I'm getting warmed up, and I usually do practice on 3DS just because it's a little easier to play when I'm, you know, doing whatever. I won't go into that, but yes, I guess I should say now because that sounded weird. But you know, I've got my 3DS I record on, but I've got another 3DS that, you know, don't tell anybody. This is a secret between you and me. Everyone who's watching this, but you know, sometimes you need a system to play on the turlet, and there we go. So that's how I usually practice. A little too much information, but yeah. So I'm not as used to playing with the GameCube controller or on the Wii U, and it is a bit different to get used to again. Now Duck Hunt, I've been practicing a lot recently. Lucas is still maybe the one I should be practicing a little more. Ness, Lucas, and if we get some buffs, maybe I should start focusing a little more on DDD, and I do like Little Mac. I just think his recovery is really holding it back there. But Duck Hunt I've really been focusing on because I don't think Duck Hunt is that bad. It's kind of like a low mid-tier character. There are some really good Duck Hunts out there in the world. Yusan, it's YOU3, or SAN, is an amazing Japanese Duck Hunt player who, I don't know, he's been around for a bit, but I've seen him more recently start to do well, and I think he took a big tournament over there, which is pretty crazy. There was Brood in Japan and some other Duck Hunt players. It's crazy, some of the characters that don't get played at all in the West get played a lot over there. It seems like there's a lot of Mega Men and Duck Hunts in Japan. It's cool to see. I know one of the really good Mega Man mains, I guess you'd say, uses Duck Hunt as well, so we got a few players. I think the Japanese players are a little more into zoning, or I guess you could say camping with projectiles. I'm starting to realize that with Duck Hunt is that I've got some good tools on this guy. Like Forward Air's got pretty good range with that bill and stuff, but ideally I should be trying to wait until my opponent comes to me and using those moves, because they're not as strong or as fast as a lot of other characters. You got to really rely on what your character's strong at doing, and there we go. That meaty back air, and I'll take his banana peel. Insult to injury. Anyways, I'll go more into it in the next battle here, but I'm glad I won that one. That was a nice warm-up, and we're going to head into another match. All right, going up against a Lucas. It's nice when you go up against somebody who plays a character that you also play, because you kind of know what to expect. Although I feel like for some reason with Ness, I have a problem fighting him, even though I'm used to how he plays. But yeah, it's a good enough reason to try all the members of the cast. There we go. That's something I've been doing a lot with Duck Hunt now. It probably works with other characters pretty well, especially like Mega Man, or I keep talking about Mega Man, but kind of similar to Duck Hunt in a way. Or what's another character that has pretty good... There's a few characters that have really good smash range. But Duck Hunt, like, you do that down throw, and most people are going to expect you to try to combo them in the air, like go for an aerial. But I like to charge a little smash because I have so much range, especially if you really charge it. Duck Hunt has a lot of range on that smash, so even if they fade away, inevitably people are going to air dodge, just thinking you're going to try to combo them in the air, and they will fall right into that smash, and that's a good way... Ooh. It's a good way to get them, or they'll just, you know, SD. Whoa. That's when people are invincible or using their shield and it, like, flashes. It's crazy. But another thing with Duck Hunt, I mentioned, I'm trying to, you know, use the range when I can and go in, you know, get those grabs. That's one of the strong suits with this little guy. Ooh, let go of shield too early. One of the strong suits with this guy, I think, is, like, throw your gunman down or throw your trick shot in there, the can, and that'll distract them enough where you can go in there and get a grab, and then you can do a lot of those strong moves and, you know, aerials and the smash attacks because they're busy blocking one. I've really yet to get a shield break with this guy, which you'd think with all this stuff flying at him it would be more possible. But there you go, see? He jumped over my clay shooting and he went into my... yeah, there. And he's also busy using his PK freeze, but yeah, trying to distract with the hardest of reads, with a move that they'll block, and then you can hit them with something else that they're not going to be able to block is a good strat. But I was mentioning, here we go, I've gotten a few kills so far, especially with that Diddy Kong. I think both of them were from that back air, and I don't really like Duck Hunt's back air very much because, there we go, the range on it really is weird. It seems like the forward air has more range, even though the duck is on the dog's butt. You'd think the back air would have more range, but the back air is stronger, which is usually how the back airs tend to be in these games. And that's actually for a character that doesn't have very many good kill moves, I think the back air is actually kind of underrated. The problem is, especially online, trying to get the timing with the back air to actually land that is a bit rough. There's a nice shot of that. He's smiling and laughing even as he dies, which is nice. Hopefully that's how we all go out. But yeah, trying to use that back air can be tricky. Even on my own can, it can be a little tough. Make sure I hold that this time. It can be a little tough to land, so I need to practice that, especially online. Obviously, you're going to get some latency. This guy's got a good connection, though. But it can be a little tough to land. But that's a nice alternative, other than, you know, up air. The third hit of that is really good knockback. There we go. Or using the smashes are good, but back air is another nice option, which maybe, hopefully that gets a range buff or something. We'll see. All right, let's jump into another match. Okay, back with this Lucas. He is getting serious now. He's put on his masked man skin. But yeah, I was just talking about the back air being something that I don't hear as many, you know, I'm not looking at the Duck Hunt forums or anything, but I don't hear as much about the back air as a kill option compared to some of the other stuff. You know, the trick shot, that may be what could use the most buff or would be the most useful if it gets buffed. Either the knockback or maybe a little bit of damage on trick shot, the can, would be really useful because that's how I get a lot of the damage, and that's one of the better tools. Especially, you'll see I'll use the back air, use different moves to knock the trick shot away, and then, you know, if you hit it backwards with that back air, you can, you know, hit B button and make it move towards you. So that's a nice little way to cover, almost like pincer attack if they're focused on you too much. There we go. Yeah, he's gonna start catching on here eventually. Especially when I'm frozen. The crazy, like, cartoon gasping face of the dog when he's in one of those situations is really funny. Duck Hunt, ooh, jeez, he's dead. The recovery on Duck Hunt, something that could also use a little, I don't know, it's weird. Olimar has a similar recovery, but can actually act out of it and travels farther. It just feels like Duck Hunt's recovery is a worse version of Olimar's. But at the same time, I get the idea with it. If you watch, like, once you start it, you just constantly go up. So it's actually, I think, meant to do a little of the work for you so that you can use your can in conjunction with it. So you kind of let the up B, sorry, take you away to the skies, and then he's trying to get me with those down smashes. And then once that's going, you can really control your can. You have to have it's a character that's 3 different things at once. You know, you have the shooter, the duck, and the dog. So it really does kind of have you, thinking with like a few different parts of your brain. Like you got to be controlling. It's like the gunman is a separate entity because you're controlling the trick shot and different stuff with that. So you gotta be using that zapper as well. All right, let me see if I can catch him. Nope. Yeah, the up air will probably get him by now, but I gotta. Jeez. He's doing well with that rope snake. He has a really big lead on me. Am I gonna get spiked? No. Well, see, there we go. The range on it's not too bad, so I can't complain much about Duck Hunt's up B. I just think it leaves you very vulnerable. You're dedicated to it. You can't get out of it once you go. Very nice stage spike. That worked out well. I keep blowing myself up with my own cans, but I don't feel too bad about that because I mentioned Yusan, the Japanese Duck Hunt player that's done really well and won a bunch of tournaments, or at least one big one. He's pretty good. He was always throwing his trick shot can out in the air, and then I think part of that was something I was like, oh man, it dawned on me as I was watching it, and I don't know if he is actually doing it, but he probably is. One of the things you can do if someone's really close to you, throw that trick shot out in the air. He's getting wise to my smashing ways. Throw that trick shot in the air when they're like right next to you, and then you can use that to blast both of you up in the air. And if you're really good with your aim, thanks buddy. Speaking about aim, my gunman saved me there from getting stage spike. But yeah, if you're good with your aim, you can get a quick up air with that beak and just not rebill, I guess. And there we go. So that's what I need to try to do is get better at blasting. You take some damage, but if you can hit yourself up into the air, I think, I don't know if Duck Hunt acts faster out of the blast. That would be kind of a cool buff if not, because then it's like, it emphasizes that Wile E. Coyote blow yourself up with your own traps and stuff type of thing, and you can like implement that in your playstyle, almost like Charizard's Flare Blitz. I'm sure this is stuff that if you play Duck Hunt or you know much about the character, this is probably all stuff that people have thought about, and it's just dawning on me now, but anyways, I thought it was interesting. Like, I didn't think about actually trying to use the can to propel yourself up, and that up air would kill so much earlier if here it comes. Oh, jeez, dodging me well. The up air would kill a lot earlier if you've already got your buddy up in the sky with you. He keeps getting me with that PK freeze. You got to be careful, especially with the clay shooting. That move, I feel like, is it's not bad, but it's a little, I feel like most of the time I should be putting the gunman or the trick shot out because it's so slow. If somebody's close in it, they have to be like quite a bit away from you for it to not be punishable if you miss. He's really trying to get me off of that ledge. This is gonna be close, 7 seconds left. I wasn't even looking at the time. Come on, can we get him? Oh, his shield's looking low. All right. Oh, and, he got me right at the end. Oh, that would have killed me. Can we get him? Oh, the cheapest end. Oh my gosh, poor Lucas. I feel bad. Got him with the gunman. It wasn't even me. It was my hired gun that took him out. All right, let's jump into another match. Oh, he switched to Ness. Okay, this is the same guy, but he's going to be using Ness now. He wants that extra power. I think he realized he had to use that kill throw right at the end, and that's a pretty good way. I'm not great with dodge and grabs, so maybe he's realized a powerful kill throw like Ness has will do well for him. We'll just keep trading, but I'm in the lead so far. Okay, Ness is, I really don't know. I've heard people say Ness is faster, but when I play both of them, it feels like Ness is a bit slower, but more powerful. That would make sense with his crazy kill throws and his bat being stronger. And Lucas, it seems like his stick is faster, and he's got a lot of combo stuff, but it's harder for him to get those throws going because the rope snake is not as easy to grab with. Ooh, jeez. Do not hit this puppy with your bat. But anyways, so yeah, we'll know soon, if not, immediately when people start looking into the game. There we go. Gotta get those back airs. When people start looking into the game, whether we got some buffs for this little guy. I feel this pain. Man, my my aim is He's gonna need some practice playing online, especially. The little neutral air where he does that cartwheel is a good way to kind of slightly knock the can over. Can he? Used up too many shots on it. That's another thing. Saving your trick shots is good because you can get a combo of hitting somebody into it a little easier. There we go. Jeez. He knocked both me and that was weird to hear the bat hit like twice because hit me and my gunman out of here. But yeah, the few characters that really need buffs. It's oh jeez. And all right, we won. Didn't even, he took himself out, I took myself out, no one got any kills there. Let's do one more match here to finish up. All right. Oh, he switched to Luigi. He likes purple because he's got the Ness purple hat, but he's got the Waluigi colors as well. But yeah, I was gonna say, there actually aren't that many characters that aren't really too viable, and I feel like if some of the really good players started picking up some of these characters, they'd still be good. And it's a really good sign for Smash 4 that a lot of the characters are viable or at least decent. Most of the other Smash games, there's always like one character or two that are a handful at least that are really good. No one wants to use any of the others, or some of them have glaring errors in their grabs and different stuff. And this game, you could pick out stuff that needs to be fixed, but they've been fixing a lot of it. Like Samus had a bunch of issues that they've been working on and stuff like that with hitboxes and things. So I'm hopeful they'll keep patching it, and of course the big rumor that has been corroborated by a lot of sources is that we are going to get a upgraded kind of Smash Wii U port, sort of, improvement version for the new NX system, and I'm really hoping that's why. I was thinking about that as well. We got Bayonetta, which was number 5 in the poll, and they said of realizable characters, which could mean, Shrek and SpongeBob, like they couldn't really put those in there very easily or they wouldn't fit. But I think the thing that I didn't realize that it might mean is like realizable as in Ice Climbers or Inklings with all the ink coverage, like characters that wouldn't work in this game because of the 3DS version. Or, in the new console, maybe it'll be more viable to use some of these ideas, like maybe it'll be powerful enough to have a giant Ridley. That's my hope, but who knows? I'd like to see Rhythm Heaven, Inklings from Splatoon. We'll have to see. I'm pretty sure they're going to be working on more characters if they're going to release another version of this and have some upgrades, and they'll probably just, pack in all the DLC characters. There we go. Forward air still pretty strong. Not the best, but it'll do a bit of damage. We're not too far apart here. Get at it. He's trying to knock me down. So that's one thing. Duck Hunt, it's a vulnerable recovery, but I think I can go a bit deeper than certain characters. He underestimated his, or overestimated his ability to get back onto the stage. Come here, buddy. Oh, so there we go. Blowing myself up with my trick shot. I gotta be careful with that. Yeah, you don't want to do, that's another thing, yeah. Definitely don't, unless you really have to. Going over the ledge to get back onto the stage is not usually the best option. I blew myself up. He might have hit me there, but I was trying to cover my landing. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I love playing Smash. It's probably the game I play the most, even if you don't see it too much on the channel. But I want to try to do it more often, and hopefully we'll have some of these nice buffs to talk about soon when everyone figures out just what they are. And we'll do some more. If you have a character you want to see, I've been really practicing with Duck Hunt, but if there's other characters you want to see, I wouldn't mind playing those as well. There's just a handful that I really like playing as the most. DDD, Lucas, Ness, Little Mac. I like Pac-Man. There's a bunch of characters, but there's, out of the entire roster, there's quite a few that I like a little more than others. Oh, jeez. Get out of here, Luigi. Looking like he's pre-patched, comboing me all over the place, or strings, I guess you could call it. There we go. The meaty back air. Can we? Ooh, okay, we landed on there. Come here, buddy. You want some of this can? Got a can for you. There we go. Oh, jeez. Secret missile. Yeah. All right. I wasn't sure if that was gonna work, but Duck Hunt, not too bad of a spike. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this. That combo was worth doing one more match. I'll see you guys next time for more.